Oh boy, this is so depressing. Mm-mm-mm. Since nobody else is going live, I just decided to go live now. Because if I go to sleep, I'm not going to get up at my usual 4 a.m. like I usually do. And I was just watching something on Casino Jizzle, and it just really got me depressed. Like I just hear this story, the same fucking story every once a month, twice a month. I'm tired of this shit. What's up, Sony? I'm tired of hearing about fucking death. And the way that the people are starting to talk about death is like it's just a oh man, it's hot in the city. It's going down in the city. It just sounds so fucking stupid to me, Tony. I'm so tired of this shit. Mm-mm-mm. We might as well just all walk on down to the cemetery. Because that's what it felt like. Like, so nobody, nobody, sorry, I'm smoking, y'all. Smoking some weed. This is that Zaza trying to kill me over here. Um, what's up, Charlize? Um, I was just listening to this to the blogs about Casino Jizzle, the latest victim of the ignorance of the black community. Um, he got shot in the face in front of his baby mother's house. His album comes out Friday, by the way. His album is dropping on Friday. Who the fuck still wants to be a rapper, yo? What's up, that busy? Who the fuck in the world want to still be a rapper? Mm-mm-mm. Do we not hear the same story every year? At least 7, 8 times, maybe more a year. It's the same fucking story. Am I the only one that sees that this is some bullshit? Like, you know what really pissed me off today, y'all? Finesse 2 times mother. Oh, Jesus Christ. All the stupid mothers is coming out all at one time together. She thought she was saying something. And she just sounded like a big ass idiot. My son didn't tell nobody. I told him, don't tell, let them do their job. Like, why don't you shut the fuck up and do your job? Why don't you shut the fuck up and be a mother? She got her face all in a camera. Like, these people is crazy. These people is nuts. These people out of their fucking mind, yo. Is it the money? Is it the money? Because their sons is making money in that genre that they get up there and just act so fucking stupid. You got Clarice. You got who's the other one? YNW Melly, demonic ass mothers. They all demonic family. And now you got Finesse 2 times mother. She never got up here. Every time her son performs somewhere, it gets shot up. I ain't never hear her come out and say, listen, y'all gotta stop this shooting or anything like that. But she gets out here and she speaks on it. Oh, she comes out in the public now because her son's being called a rat. Is that backwards or is it just me? Am I too cynical? They don't have to have the money, Charlize. It could be the potential that these people is thirsty and slobbering over. They just out there just looking like complete idiots, and it's fucking embarrassing. Rap music is nothing but a motherfucking death trap now. I'm starting to hate fucking rap music now. I'm telling you. I'm starting to really, really despise that rap industry. Like, who does that? Like, that's the first time we saw your face, miss? If you hear the commentary that this guy is saying, like, it's just another day in Memphis, which it is, because people's been getting killed left and right over there, just like all the rest of the cities. I guess it's Memphis' turn for the murder gang energy. Bunch of ignorant ass bullshit, yo. Mm-mm-mm. It's so sad. Like, I almost got up here and started crying, like, because this is the most ignorant shit. Like, it's the same shit, different faces every couple months. You don't think the people that run this world are sitting back laughing at us? If you really think about that, you don't think they sitting back, shit, we don't need no KKK no more. We don't need none of the tactics we've been using because they knocking each other off. It's a ongoing thing now. Like, this was broad daylight. They left that boy. And if you hear the people that was listening, the video they keep showing of the people that were on the block while his body was laying there, there's no emotion like this. Everybody's desensitized now. He dead. He dead. It's scary to me. Like, it's then when I really try to break down the roots of where it comes from, it's a lot of people that still don't understand that these people do things by design and they control everything. They control the hood. We don't have control of the hood anymore. The hood is controlled by outsiders who get help from those who came from the hood that want to get out of the hood, but they still want to perpetuate this type of mentality while they live in their gated communities. Every doggone headline on YouTube is finesse 2 times is a snitch. Like, who gives a fuck who he snitched on? Who gives a fuck who he snitched on 12 years ago? Why can't we have these type of conversations about all these black men dying back to back to back to back to back? Why can't we have a whole bunch of blogs about that shit? I'm not knocking nobody, but I'm just saying. The mindset that we have, it's like a bunch of retarded people. If I'm looking from the outside in and I wasn't a black person, I wouldn't have any respect for us either. You got a bunch of young kids in their 20s that get money, they get up there, they, they get up there acting like savages. Don't you supposed to get money and get out of the hood and go live your life? So there's really no escape from the streets if you out there thinking about being a rapper, because now they have intertwined the street mentality, which is pure ignorance and illusion, into the industry. And it's a great cover for when they want to knock you niggas off. It's a great cover. Because every time somebody gets killed, they start talking about who they was beefing with. Now they saying it's Double R. You know, they saying he was dissing people on his songs. Like, this drill culture is such a great camouflage for the murder and the genocide of a whole race of young black men. I keep saying this all the time. When Malcolm X was 25, he was a gangster. He was smoking. He was doing drugs. He was a pimp. He was all up in the streets. But he got to be older and he turned into the man he was supposed to be. So all of these young men that's dying could be potential leaders in their prospective neighborhoods or in their prospective communities, just being wiped out by each other. So much so that we don't even care no more. It's just content now. Death is content. That's what it is. And I was talking about the position that women play. That goes perfectly with what happened to Trouble out there in Atlanta and what happened to this young guy. When I was broke up with my son's father and I was dating somebody else, my son's father and the dude that I was dating, they knew that they couldn't be beefing with each other and fuck with me on any level. Because I felt like I had the power. It was up to me whether they was going to get along or not. And they were the best of friends. They used to go pick up my son from school together. Let's go pick our son up. That's what you're supposed to be using your black girl magic for, to save our men's lives. But instead, we up here defending ignorance, grown ass women, clout chasing. I know this is going to be a boring live. I don't have too much excitement here tonight. But if we don't want to save ourselves, ain't no fucking body going to save us. That's why I can't be on YouTube. Like, I can't be a blogger because I can't keep talking the same shit over and over and over and over and over again without it affecting me spiritually, like in my heart. Because there's a bunch of young men dying. Whole fucking generations of men killing each other. And you know, this dude shot this guy right in front of his children, right in front of the kids, was right there. So not only are they taking out young black men, taking out each other, but they're also leaving a trail of traumatized young children that's getting ready to grow up soon. I don't really hear too much because now that money's involved with YouTube, the messages will be distorted because most of the bloggers are looking for a good headline and a good topic that's going to make them some money. And I'm not knocking them for that. I'm just pointing out the way that they use money to fuck us up. Them babies is fucked up in the head. It's thousands of them. Thousands of babies right now is fucked up in the head, yo. They didn't even have a chance to be normal. Their mothers got killed in front of them. All type of shit. Their fathers is getting gunned down in front of them. If they don't get gunned down, they get chased. They have to run with their dad because the motherfuckers is shooting. I don't know what to say. I just be up here talking my shit because I can't believe this shit, yo. How normalized death has become in our communities. And if nobody has emotions, you never really see nobody crying no more at the death scene. Do y'all see much crying? I couldn't even watch what's her name, Mother, up there. I was like, was you on the slow yellow bus when you was in school, miss? Why is you up here yelling and screaming and trying to defend your son because he's being called a snitch? See, the foundation is the mothers and the grandmothers That's the foundation. Because the fathers ain't there. The fathers is in jail. The fathers just are not there. So the foundation comes from the woman, the women in these young men's lives. So if you got a bunch of ignorant ass women that are not playing their positions, you got a bunch of fucked up men. We was just talking about this the other day with Jeremy Brown. Look at the females he was around. What up, Muggsy? This lady sounds so fucking ignorant up there. Finesse 2 times, he don't stand a chance. Like he gonna either get locked up again, or he's gonna be something gonna happen to him. Because he don't have nobody that's guiding him correctly. And they say a woman can't raise a man, but she can instill certain things on him for him to think correctly. And these women that I'm seeing that's standing behind these rappers that's in trouble and that's in the mainstream right now, I'm not even going to say how stupid these women are. I can't. It's just pure stupidity. There's no way that one of my baby daddies would kill my other baby daddy in front of me. It would never happen. They got females using their feminine wiles only to attract dick, or that's it. That's all they care think about. That's why they changing their body parts and all that shit. The other factor of being playing the position of a matriarch, like the big mamas and all of that shit is gone. Everybody's just wants some dick. I'm lying. Nobody want to be grandma no more. Now I might look a little young, but I don't follow the kids. Like they have to, if they around me, I'ma set the tone. They not gonna set the tone for me. If it's 2 men that I'm dealing with, I'm gonna set the tone because I'm gonna respect myself, and they not gonna have no choice but to respect me. It's been plenty of times that men have gotten into problems and I got in the middle of it. I shut that shit the fuck down. Because that none of them was going to get hurt and wind up dying, and I have to live with that shit for the rest of my life. Because whoever I fuck with, I love them. So I don't want to see shit happen to them. Ex, new boyfriend, homeboys, I'm genuine. I'm a real one like that. Like I really care for you. I don't want to see nothing happen to you on my watch. So I use my mind, and I don't let it get to a point where it happens and I have to step in physically. I use my mind and I shut that shit down before it even happens. Out of love. So a mother, out of love for her son, she should be able to anticipate what type of situation she needs to stay away from, because she has to set an example for her seed. Because there's no man there. So you have to think way past beyond if there was a man there. You have to look at all angles. And listen, I'm not perfect. I raised my son by myself, his ass doing a whole asshole full of time for being hard headed. But you're not gonna get up here and hear me talk about him not being a snitch. And he could tell you when he comes home what I did to him. How I made him understand that he played his fucking self. Because he never saw me do any crimes. He never even saw me sitting on my ass. I always had a job. I went to college. I tried to set an example for him to follow. He never wanted for nothing. So I tried to show him that, look, if you take this route, you'll be all right. My son, his first job, he became the manager. He was running the whole fucking business. But somewhere along the line, and I'm going to tell y'all what it was. I saw when my son's father got killed when he was 6 years old and he was looking at his father in that coffin. I saw the anger in him. I saw the anger. And that's an anger that I could not distinguish. And it grew into him doing things that he was doing behind my back. Because he missed his father. He had that anger from him, from his father. So now you got a generation later, my son has a son, and he's angry now because his father's locked up. To the point where we had to put that little nigga in boxing because you can't say 2 words to him or blow on him wrong, and he want to beat your ass. So this is something that traumatizes these children, and it causes a glitch in them. We might not see it with our bare eye, but mentally and psychologically, they be fucked up, and we don't see it. The streets are so influential, and it feeds on anger and darkness. You think it don't, Muggsy? I thought it was bad when I was coming up, but now it's like it might have been a couple of demons, but now we got it's like there's more fucking demons here than people that have hearts or are of God or that even give a fuck. You got more people that don't give a fuck. Yeah, he had to go to boxing, that busy, because he has a lot of anger in him because his dad is not here. And my son had a lot of anger in him because his dad got killed. And how I found out, somebody walked up to me on the street and told me that shit when I was taking my son to school. So that's where the trauma was at right there. It was his aunt, but I guess she was looking for me and she couldn't find me. And she finally saw me, so she was kind of anxious to tell me what happened. But that shit fucked my son head up right there, right in that one moment. So how do you think these kids are going to feel when they're seeing their parents getting gunned down, when they're seeing their own fathers take their mothers and then kill themselves or go to jail for the rest of their lives? They feeling like these motherfuckers, they ain't getting no love. They didn't love me. They left me. That causes anger. That plants a seed and it develops and it causes a glitch. Anything that traumatizes a child under the age of I would say 18 is detrimental to their psyche. So this is a psychological thing. But everybody's looking at it like it's not has nothing to do with that. It's just street shit. What's up there, Ma? The one there, Ma? It's not street shit, it's trauma. It's trauma. It's adults not acting like adults. With a young person you can't have a conversation with like this. Listen, I used to sit around and talk to adults when I was hanging out in the streets, but I had my time where, let's say I spent 50% in the streets and 50% around the OGs kicking it to me like this. What's up, Dream Doll? Going like just trying to tell me what they had experienced so that I wouldn't go out there and fuck myself over. And I needed that because my mother was from another country and she didn't really understand the dynamics of America and the streets like that. She understood it from her culture, what her culture was doing here, but I was born here. So a lot of my friends' parents raised me. I had a lot of mothers and I had a lot of fathers because what I couldn't get from my culture, from my mother and them, I got it from my friends' parents and their uncles and brothers and cousins and shit. We would sit down and have these type of conversations, but especially when we was high. At least when we smoke weed, we would sit down and have a dialogue, even though people might say it's funny. But people will try to use their psyche, try to strategize or have some type of philosophy we share with each other. But now these dudes is getting high, they popping pills and they doing unspeakable shit. They're not sitting down having conversations like this. So we are amongst a bunch of children that's lacking in so many areas, and they don't even have a voice of reason around them at all. None. And this is the result of that shit. And I don't mean to be so serious tonight and preachy, but I was watching the Sukihana girl too, like going back and forth with Tasha K. We just get up here and say anything to each other to go viral. I don't see no other races doing that. Now we're just degrading each other on screen for the whole world to see. And then we wonder why people don't respect us. We wonder why when we acting crazy on a train, a motherfucker will try to choke us out and put us to death because it's what we display to the public. We don't understand how important that is. And it's not only what we display, but it's what they tend to glamorize. So we got both of that shit working against us. What they're trying to have us portrayed as through their publications, and what we're putting now on social media. So they could just look at us and see where we at and measure where we at mentally by the shit that we do on social media. And what we're attracted to. They look at the numbers. So what we gonna do? Can we change the content up a little bit? Can we raise the bar? Can we not now support dissing in a song since we've seen how many people? Can we even count how many people died behind getting dissed on a rap song? I fucking hate rap now. I'm serious. Like, I don't like rap music anymore. And I never thought I would be saying that. Because I grew up with rap music like a cousin. Like, I was there when the shit was just beats and there was no lyrics on the beat. So I saw it progress from the very beginning in its infant stage to what it is now. And it's like you raised a child and they fucking totally disappointed you. Yo, that shit listen. Shit is gonna be how it is, but when you don't even have any hope to look at, like, okay, shit is popping off over here, but over here they doing this. Name one positive rapper we have right now. Tell me, that's getting any shine. Name one. Not one. You don't think that does something to the brain of people, like to their mindsets, to keep just hearing that and you hear nothing else? Then you watch this, you put on the TV, you see the same shit. You play the game, you see the same shit. Then the parents that's trying to raise their children, while their children is, you don't want to be the bad guy and not buy your child a game. You know what I'm saying? So you buy your child a game. They doing good in school. You want to reward them. So you buy them a GTA or a Fortnite or Call of Duty. Some people do it because they just want to show everybody that, look, my kid got the latest shit. They don't give a fuck about what it's doing to the child's mentality. So I just wanted to get up here and just, real quick. I ain't gonna stay up here too long. Hey, Sassy. Hey, the one and all. have to go back to the old school songs. This music isn't worth anything. Listen, Muggsy, it's so heartbreaking, especially when you come from even Muggsy would know because Muggsy is a little older. When you get to look at it at the comparison, it's very, very depressing. It's very, very depressing. Because at one point, you had gangster rap, you had gangs rapping, you had street niggas rapping, but a lot of them didn't put it in their music. And we had versatility. We had some was, street music like Fuck the Police, but then we can go and hear something like Dear Mama. So we had more versatility. Now, all the songs are the same and they all give the same message. And that's what's saturating the whole rap game. And it's no longer a way out because now it turned into the streets. So even if you have money, you say you want to get out the hood, but you just moved to a cleaner neighborhood that's a little bit quiet, but it's quieter, but it's still a fucking hood. We can't even separate that shit no more. So do you really want to be a rapper? It looks like the street kids is living longer than the rappers are. I remember when the Furious 5 came out too. Eric B. and Rakim is solid gangsters. They solid gangsters out here in Brooklyn. But you will never hear what they did. You will never hear them talk about it. When Rakim get on the mic, he dropping all pure knowledge. Don't be like me. Sorry, I know I sound like a broken record, but Queen of the Damned showed us what they was going to do with our music. So many things that they always show the agenda because they have to get permission from us. That's something that we don't know and understand. Before they can do anything, they have to tell us what they're going to do, and they just do it through music and other things, entertainment. And once we go run clamoring for it and not protesting it, then they look at that as permission. People don't really give a fuck. If the adults don't give a fuck, who gonna give a fuck about our kids? They practically raising themselves now. You see how, they're super intelligent. These babies, you see these babies now, how smart they are. These babies be talking. They're not even 6 months yet. They be saying words and shit. They walking at 7, 8 months now. What do we have to give them to build on that supreme intelligence they came in with and they displaying to us so early? What are we giving them back? Shake your ass, twerk, give them toy guns, let them play those shooting games, listen to those fucked up lyrics all day. We programming them to be fucked up. Do you see how these chicks be dressing their babies now like Instagram models? And these are like 1, 2 year old babies, yo. With back out shirts on and booty shorts. You can't even be a baby no more. Even the little boys, they dressing them with the pants hanging down. It's just tattoos and shit, fake tattoo. Why is you doing that? Can the baby be a baby? New York used to be wild, but it looked like all the other states is wild now. Because over here, everybody's partying. You got all these damn crowds going on. It's not no shooting going on. So I hope maybe maybe the tide is changing slowly. I don't know. But Memphis is out of control right now. Memphis is out off the hook. And AK came on his Instagram live the other day. He was talking about Cleveland, how it's off the hook over there. St. Louis off the hook, Detroit off the hook, Chicago still off the hook. Some young boy here just got killed drilling out there in the Bronx, 18 years old. All weekend, I know, Muggsy. And there's been all these shootings, these mass shootings for the past 6, 7 days. And 2 rappers went down in the midst of that. This young boy yesterday in Casino. I don't even be knowing these dudes. I hear of them when they get killed because they start trending and shit. Because murder's a trend. It's content. Chicago on 4th of July, like, I would just stay the fuck home. New York, too. Like, any city. Just stay the fuck in the house on 4th of July. Like, go look at the fireworks and take your ass back in the fucking house. Or do that shit in somebody's backyard or something. Even in Charlotte, they was acting up. I put that video on my Instagram. They was acting up over there in Charlotte. It's part of the agenda. MK Ultra is real. I know, but that's the way they built that. They don't have to take us to the hospitals and program us like they do other people. They do it through music and games and TV shows. Because if we ain't doing one, we doing the other. What's up, Eastside? He was only 18, Eastside. And if I'm not mistaken, there was another brother, that a little young boy that got killed in that same area, that same spot, the last year, same time, around the same time. Because they're mimicking the drill scene in Chicago. His name was EBK something. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. But he had EBK behind his name. It's that New York drill shit. And it's mostly in the Bronx, though. But I was just disgusted by Finesse 2 Times. His mama. She really. She need to join Clarice in the hole over there in Silence in the Lamb. Her, Clarice, and that crazy Miss Demons, Miss Demons, whatever the hell her name is. YNW Melly Mother. We recorded the hottest days ever since we started keeping records. Yeah, it is hot. It is hot, Muggsy. Because I usually could sit in here and just leave my fan on and shit. But lately, I've had to put my AC on. Like, it's forcing me to put that shit. It's so fucking hot in here. I see the kind of initiating us, and not in a bad way at all. But yeah, it's in a bad way. It is. It's just done in different genres. It's not done in just one genre. So it's just split up. But if you look at it, we're being saturated with the same content: murder, murder, murder. Music, games, and TV shows. Eastside crept in. He crept in on the low. Yeah, so I appreciate being home this past 6 months because I was able to, like, just shut myself out from the world, not be in a rat race, and get my mind right. Because this is a different world from pre pandemic. This is a whole different word from that shit. Post pandemic, it's some whole different shit going on. And you know, when I hear these kids on their interviews, maybe they just talk like that because they want to sound, like they know a little something, but they know that this shit is fucked up. They know that it's wrong. They know that if you listen to them talk, they be talking like me. They say little shit like I be saying. They know. But in order to get accepted by their peers, it's not like our shit used to be you got the fly clothes, you was on. You know what I'm saying? You had a little money, you was on. You had a talent, you was on. Now is you gotta be a killer to be respected. We taking it all the way over there. I can't say they jacking our style or whatever you want to call it, but we didn't thrive off this bullshit. Yeah, Sosa this, but Lil Ray Ray, you not Sosa. Sosa live in a gated community. You don't. Sosa moved to California. He ain't been back since. How long he ain't been back there? Right. It's the environment and our peers as well. Sometimes I go and adults is talking, and I feel like I'm in a room with a bunch of 20-year-olds by the level of the conversation. And yeah, you don't want to go out and be talking serious all the time, but you might have one or two serious conversations because these are serious motherfucking times. If we don't want to talk now, when the fuck we gonna talk? I'm just saying. Something have to be done with these kids knocking each other off like that. That shit is crazy to me. I don't care how many it's been. It's been hundreds now, maybe even thousands, and each one fucks with me the same way. Now we're gonna be saturated hearing about him and hearing about the 18-year-old. Maybe not as much, but over here in New York, they're gonna be talking about it and posting it and stuff. What up, Q Money? So that's why I said we might as well. That's why I named this. Let's just meet at the cemetery. I think we too far gone. Just teach the ones we can reach. You know what's fucked up? We teaching the ones we can reach, but we gotta pray several times daily that they don't run into the ones that ain't getting taught. And the problem is the percentage of those who aren't getting taught is growing daily and is outnumbering the ones who are getting taught. If y'all can understand what I'm saying. Maybe I'm too logical because I took statistics when I was in psychology, so I just be seeing far ahead before the shit even fucking happened. Well, you don't be talking like you 25 Eastside, and a lot of other people I be talking to on here. When they tell me their age, I be like, it gives me a little bit of hope because y'all got some fucking sense. All right, Charlize, what you mean? What happened at BZ? Exactly. We're teaching our children, but Ray Ray and her mother that live down the block ain't teaching her children shit. She twerking. She teaching her kids how to twerk. She teaching her son not to snitch. You know, that's what they doing. And then you got these old robotic mothers up here. I mean, don't they be embarrassed to get up here and be talking like that? Anyway, y'all, I'm about to take my ass to bed because I was smoking weed. I've been smoking. I've been smoking because I don't drink. So, oh shit, I might go get me a bottle tomorrow. Ain't nothing happened, but boo, you said what happened. Ain't nothing happened. I'm just in here talking my shit. We are so great. We are so great. I know that for a fact. We come from royalty. But what can I do to make people see that shit and believe that shit? Not a motherfucking thing. Rose, I'm buying me some motherfucking rose. And I'm gonna take my champagne glasses out. I can't invite nobody over here to chill with me if he's a male, because if I might have to call my homegirls to come drink with me. Because anytime you invite a male over, he think you gotta sleep with him or some shit. Like I'm just chilling with you. Why do I have to have sex with you? I doubt if I'd be up at 4 this morning, boo. I'd probably be knocked out. Yeah, I'm getting me some rosé. Fuck that. See, I don't like to drink because then I start calling people and cussing people out and shit. Like, or if somebody call me, I just tell them how I really feel. Like, that's why I don't drink. I be too motherfucking blunt when I drink. Okay, you about to go to bed that busy? Where you been, Q Money? What you been up to? At least I get to chill with Muggsy. I get to talk to Muggsy tonight too. Tony, you at work? I think Tony at work. I'm just be praying, y'all. I just be praying. That's all. That's all I can do is pray for us. You know? God bless his soul. Casino Jizzle. They say he was very talented. He was supposed to have been blew up, but he got shot before in 2019. Okay, and I think he lost his deals. The record companies probably didn't want to take a chance with him. Oh, you gotta be up at 5:30. It's 3:30. Wait a minute. It's 12. It's 12 o'clock over there. It's 1 o'clock over here. Against my old employer down here. It's definitely racist in the South. Oh, well, at least you're gonna get something out of it, Q Money. Shoot, some people don't get shit out of it. Yeah, it's crazy, but you know what? We done had like 10 other stories like that, Eastside. We done had 10 other goddamn stories. It's the same fucking story over and over. I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel out this bitch. didn't Trouble just get killed at some chick house? Like, then they don't be taking notes. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Was he set up? Some people trying to say he was set up. You know what I'm saying? And they making it look like that. I don't. You know, I don't even want to pull no cards or nothing on that shit. Like, I don't want to do it no more. I need to take a fucking break. You can't even, like, as soon as you start getting over one thing, somebody else be dead. Yeah, Cash too. Cash was with a female, but he wasn't at her damn house. It didn't happen in front of her house. E-Day 600, yeah. They just be getting killed to be the same scenarios over and over. Like, how can people believe that something's going on or that it's fucked up? I don't understand that. It be the same scripts over and over, yo. Hmm. This shit is crazy. Memphis started out with Gangsta Boo dying first day. They still hadn't gotten over what happened to Young Dolph. And it's people getting murdered out there that we don't never know. We don't know them. They just locals. They not rappers or nothing. There's people getting knocked down over there. Well, listen, y'all men gotta pick better. Like, I know these women look very good to y'all. They look very beautiful. I understand y'all want to get it in. Y'all want to do what y'all want to do, but y'all gotta test these women's psyche first. Y'all gotta check their mind first, because you might be walking into a situation you might not come back home from. You might not get back home. It's not what comes with the streets. That's the thing about it. It's not what comes with the streets. It's not controlled by us anymore. We don't call the shots. When we was calling the shots in the streets, we have rules and codes. They have planted people and recruited people to help them slowly remove that moral fiber. This is not the streets. This ain't the way it's supposed to be. Stay the fuck off them streets. It's not the streets, yo. This is some infiltration shit. Some other shit is going on in the streets now. Streets was never like this. Most of the people that was getting killed, they was the foul niggas that was getting killed, that wasn't playing the game right, that was going against the codes. Once in a while, you had some real foul shit happen to people, but we policed ourselves. That's when you saw bodies dropping. We was policing ourselves, or it was over money, which I'm not gonna say that's an excuse. But what is it over now? At least if you ain't fuck with nobody money, you was good. Everybody was making money at the same time. Well, it was the ones getting killed was the ones that was stealing and robbing and shit, or the niggas that they say that fit in the categories of there's no honor amongst thieves, because the niggas with money didn't fuck with them niggas that was foul. They didn't, so they couldn't make no money, so they resorted to being foul to get their money. And they most of the time they would get away with a few robberies here and there and some fuck shit, but then they would get murked immediately, like real quick soon. That's a motherfucking lie. There's no honor amongst thieves. Because I know a lot of thieves that had honor. It was the ones that the ones that was getting that money wouldn't let fuck with them because they was too fucking foul and they wouldn't go according to code. Those was the niggas that was getting knocked off. That's why I say Alpo was the father of that backdoor shit. Because once he did that shit to Rich Porter and that shit started spreading all over the streets, people was acting like it was okay to be like that. And that energy took over. This dude, his own cousin, Casino Fizzle cousin, they was interviewing him and they was like, "That's your cousin, right?" I don't know nobody named Fizzle. Since when it's cool to get up there and be talking, your airing out your family grievances, you know, on fucking in public like that? Like it's cool. Then you got these dudes making songs. Fuck my cousin. Like, don't y'all see the poisoning they be doing? What's up, Chris? That's why Abe was so disgruntled with Paid in Full because he said they glamorized his part. Now everybody's gonna look at Alpo like he's the one to follow. But Alpo wasn't the one niggas was following. Niggas didn't like Alpo on the streets. They was following A and Rich. But this is what a movie can do. That's their magic. They could create anything they want to create in our minds and plant them seeds in us through a fucking movie. It's just listen. I used to be worried about this, y'all. I used to be worried how far was we gonna go when I was a kid. I said, cause we always glamorize the most fucked up nigga. That's the one we give the most respect to. How far is we gonna go with this? And now I'm living to see how far we went with that shit. It's no words I can give y'all to describe how that shit feel like. How that shit make me feel. He even came home years later and was and they put a documentary clip up there, and he was riding around in the Jeep. Oh yeah, we shot him right here. And he was describing how he shot him with no emotion. He was a fucking sociopath. You know what A used to tell me? A used to say, listen, we was living like kings out there. I couldn't understand why he would do the things that he do. It was like he was planted there to do shit, y'all. I don't know. It's just God put people in my life. I know the whole back. It's things I can't say about that fucking story, yo. But I heard it from the horse's mouth, and I had the original script to Paid in Full. It was Trapped. It wasn't Paid in Full. I wish I could tell y'all some shit like, but I'm not gonna do that to him. I'm not gonna say what he told me. You know what I'm saying? Because he told me in private, and I can't disclose it. But one of these days, I'm gonna ask his permission when I can tell y'all about what was really going on in the background. And I'm sure if Dame and Jay really had the power, they might have wanted to tell the story, but they don't have the power. They answer to other people. They just made it. I mean, Dame finally figured that shit out. That's why he be talking like that. You ain't no boss if you got to answer to somebody else, because he had to experience that shit. And he made a lot of enemies trying to please his masters. But the difference between him and Dane was Dane gave a fuck about what the people felt about him. Jay didn't give a fuck. Because, like most of people think, I got the bag. I'm going to get this bag. Fuck the people. Fuck what it does to the future. We can't just blame it on them, these elite people, because we got to blame it on the people that helped them do it too. And they not white. They be the same ones that be acting like they down with us. I have friends in the industry. I know for a fact that Guru, I don't know how the hell Guru just turned around and died just like that, you know. It was always strange to me. He had some strange ass manager that wouldn't let the family come see him. When he died, the family couldn't even go see him in the hospital. When my friend Justo that had the mixtape awards in New York, they said that he fell asleep at the wheel. I knew Orpheus since he was 10 years old. We was in the same class in elementary school till we grew up. Morpheus, Orpheus was a very responsible person from since he was a kid. I can't see him falling asleep at the wheel in no fucking car. Yo. And then his brother died the same way the next year. Come on, you don't think I'm gonna think something's going on? Anyway, I'm about to take my ass to bed, y'all. If I get up early in the morning, I might pop back on. When you know a person, Eastside, like I know these people, like I know Orpheus wouldn't fall asleep. Yo, Orpheus, listen to Orpheus came from the same hood. I came from a hood, y'all. With these people, you had to want to aspire to do big things because there was so many people around us doing big things. Orpheus got into the industry and he created his own respectable. It's a lot of rappers that came through the mixtape awards, and it got to the point where if you didn't get a mixtape award, they wouldn't sign you. If you got a mixtape award, you was almost like guaranteed a deal. But in order for them to infiltrate hip hop, they had to get rid of all those little respectable things. You know what I'm saying? And I think my friend was one of them. I think two of my, I think Guru and Orpheus was a part of cleaning that shit, moving them out the way. Every fucking group in New York, somebody's dead most of the time. Most it's more that one person in the group is dead than it's not. You probably did Eastside because you're only 25. But this was before it was all over the internet. It's when they had the Source Awards and when they had the mixtape, you know, the independent awards, the Source Awards had their own show. It's before they came and completely took over, and we still had a little bit of power in this music genre. Now we don't have no power at all. Anyway, I'm about to take my ass to sleep, y'all. And I'm going to go into some deep meditation and prayer tonight for this young man and for all the young men that we're losing. And for those that's still alive, that they could survive in this hell that we're in. This is fucking hell. And I don't have fun in hell. I can't have fun in hell. Maybe I'm just too fucking sensitive. But I'll be back tomorrow. If y'all haven't subscribed to my Street Science channel, please do, because I'm going to gradually move my wonderful group of supporters from this page to the Street Science channel. For sure, Eastside, I pray for y'all all the time. I don't want to get up here and hear no negative shit about none of y'all. So I keep y'all in my prayers. Much love, Q Money. Q Money be having big ass snakes, y'all. And he likes snakes and shit. He be feeding his snakes and shit. Q Money will be doing his own fucking thing. He don't give a fuck. You still got your channel? You still be posting on your channel? Because I don't get no notifications or nothing, Q Money. Yeah, y'all be safe out there, especially in this month of July. Please, and you know what? I looked up the planetary positions and placements in August too, and it looked like it's gonna be kind of fucked up in August as well. So this is gonna be a hot summer, y'all. This is gonna be a real hot summer. Yeah, get back to it, Cuman. You might as well. You already had a little momentum going. But I'm about to hop over here. I hope y'all have a blessed night. That's a fact, Q Money. We used to be up all damn night, and I was working too. I didn't even care. I used to be up with y'all till 4, 5, 6 in the goddamn morning, or wake up at 5 in the morning and be up there with y'all. But I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night and be safe. I'll be back later or tomorrow, or the day after rather, because it's tomorrow here already. Peace.